Hello friends, and here we are in 2022, and I wanted to take this moment to talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life and going a little bit deeper in my personal experiences and that kind of thing. If you are watching this on the 5th of January, it is my birthday today. It has been quite of an adventure to be here talking about this today. For the past few years, I've been kinda down with my mental health. I wasn't feeling happy. I was in a really dark place for a few years. I just felt really lost, and I was questioning about if I'll ever be happy and what should I do in life and who I am, and all these questions, they were in my head just constantly going around and around. And what triggered that to happen, I believe, was a few heartbreaks and the fact that I couldn't heal myself by doing something that I usually do when I'm feeling in that way, is to travel. So I couldn't do that because this started 2 years ago on early spring. And the reason why I'm talking about this now, because I had a realization, and this happened between Christmas and my birthday, so we could say New Year, New Me. I was just doing the usual, what I do. I was scrolling around YouTube trying to find something to watch, and I came across this woman who made videos about jewelry making, wood burning and dreadlock, and there was something about her that I really felt an instant connection with, even though I never met this woman. But her energy held this thing that I just really felt drawn to her, and she felt like very familiar in somehow. Like I got this feeling inside me that I was connecting with this inner person of myself, this person who I used to be before all the pain and the heartbreak, before this darkness that I had in life, this person that I was hoping to be one day, knowing it may never be possible again. I found a video where she was talking about this phenomenon, or about this term, I don't know what to call it really. Dark night of the soul, that's what it was called. And instantly when she was talking about this, I haven't related to something so strongly for such a long time. She described it as this phase of life where usually a woman from 25 to 30 goes through this dark time, basically. And in this dark time, she's described that it's really common to feel anxiety, depression, just emptiness, numbness, questioning who you are, what you want to do in life, what makes you happy, what's life's meaning, what's the purpose of being here. And you can feel really lonely, you can feel really alone and empty, yet really overwhelmed by the things. I was just looking at that video, I was just watching it, speechless. I felt like she was describing my life. She was describing exactly what I was going through in my 2 years. And seeing her being very optimistic about it, talking about like after that dark time, like she had survived it and started building her stronger self, you know, like this empowered woman that she was. Like she just felt so relaxed and one with the universe, and that got me really inspired, thinking that there's hope for me to also achieve that kind of zen empower feeling. As I was watching this video where she was talking about this, something kind of clicked inside my head. because I knew that I was holding on to this older me, like this person that I used to be, this person who knew what happiness felt like, this person that feel most like myself, like it was the strongest identity that I ever felt. And this was around 2016, 2017. She's just been so lost to me, like she's been so deep down and buried that I just never really believed I could find her again. I had this friend who said that that person is never coming back and I just have to move on and something great will happen, like I will turn to be this better version of that old me. For me, it just didn't really seem possible, or I was really hardly fighting against that idea because I was holding on to that person who I was before I went to this dark place in life. I really wanted to be exactly the same kind of person, and I didn't want to let go of the idea of that identity. But watching this woman's video made me realize, like, what I guess I knew all along and what people have been telling me is that that person is not away, it's just buried inside somewhere, and it's okay not to be the same person again, but to be a better version of yourself, the highest version of yourself, the better, happy, younger self that I was holding so dear to me. More importantly, I felt like it was possible. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, questioning myself, doing the things that used to make me happy and building that identity back to be this happy, hippie, social person that I used to be once. It's been a long journey, I'll say that, and definitely not easy one. During this dark night of the soul, I felt really disconnected with who I am and who I was and who I want to be. I felt the need to isolate myself a lot, spend a lot of time alone. I didn't treat myself well, I didn't treat the people around me very well. I just had this overall attitude of not giving up, you know, really not caring about anything. I was really reckless and I made these decisions that I regret now. I was just all over the place, completely just in this hurricane of life and feelings and decisions that I felt like I needed to make, yet I couldn't make, and I felt just stuck and constantly moving at the same time. It was just really tiring in a way that sleep didn't help. And because of these previous relationships and experience and heartbreaks, this is going very deep, but I really felt so worthless. I just didn't believe that someone will ever love me the way I love. I've heard so many times people saying stuff like, oh, you're such an amazing person, you have the biggest heart in life, and you're like an angel. Still, they didn't want to be with me. So you can imagine this conflict in my mind where I hear all these nice things from the people I love, but they don't want to be with me. And that's like the worst kind of feeling that I've ever felt, is to be questioning, like, if I'm all those things and I'm still not good enough to be loved. And it was a really dark road for me. For like 2 years, over 2 years, these were the thoughts that I was living with every day. I am just grateful now that I'm here where I am. I've always been the type of person who believes that these tiny little events can change a person's whole life. Some people have said to me that I'm being naive, thinking that your life can't change if you just watch one film, like that's just stupid. And I'm always questioning, like, why is that stupid? If that's how I discover things about myself, about the world and about my feelings, why should I feel guilty about it? Why should it feel wrong? I don't feel that way. And of course I know like behind this one event that can tip the boat over and change your life is usually coming from a lot of self-searching and a lot of work that maybe I never really realized that I was doing in the past 2 to 4 years, but really I was. And I kind of had this hope, like this knowledge that no matter how deep I was in this dark place, there will be a moment that everything will just click. That moment happened. I felt like overnight I changed. Which doesn't mean that I still have a long journey to go about self-love and taking care of myself and going after things that makes me happy and doing things I love and just this human journey. But I've taken the steps the right direction at last. 2021 I was the unhappiest I've ever been in life, yet I managed to do great things. There was, I guess, this inner me, this identity that I used to be before was kind of screaming inside me, don't give up, like just hold on. And I did. I managed to take care of my school things. I decided to build this tiny house. I adopted a dog. There was something else I wanted to mention too, but it slipped my mind, getting emotional. Ah. Whew. I am turning 29 today, and looking back for the past 4 years, there's things that obviously I kind of wish I could go back and change, or there are things that I regret, although I have always tried to live a life without too many regrets. I also have this tattoo that says, "David memories, not dreams." And I think it's about time that we continue that journey. Not just existing, but actually living life to the fullest in 2022. That's the main plan. Trying to get myself, my old self back, but the better version of that. Really focusing on properly healing, properly taking care of myself. I believe that what comes with that will be some changes to my channel as well. Oh yeah, that was the one thing I forgot to mention, was that in top of building a tiny house, getting a dog, I started a YouTube channel. That was a big thing for me. It's been my dream for a really long time, and I always felt too scared. And I don't know why I started making YouTube videos when I was feeling the lowest, or maybe that was one of the things that actually got me to where I am now. Somehow that process of doing something that I really enjoyed, like making these videos and editing and putting them out, connecting with people, connecting with you, really, I just felt like that was something that I needed to do, and I want to continue doing that in 2022. It got a little bit deeper than my usual videos, but I felt like I wanted to do this. I wanted to start 2022 with a new me, and I wanted to introduce this new me to you guys who are following me. I hope whoever you are, if you related to any of what I said, I wish the best for you. The biggest cliche there is to say that time heals and it gets better, but in reality those things are true. But not only time and not only things just magically get better. Ask yourself very uncomfortable questions, and to be ready to face this. I think all of them were necessary. It takes commitment to connect with yourself. I think I'm gonna end my video here, and I'm wishing all of you the greatest 2022. I hope your dreams come true and you get to be the best version of yourself. Happy New Year's. Let's see you on my next video. Peace out!